Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ask the Therapist Wednesday. I'm Nathalie Ellis. I am a licensed professional counselor in the Decatur, Georgia area. I have a private practice called Esteem Counseling and Consulting Services, where I work with young people as well as with older individuals. And so today's topic for Ask the Therapist is based on this quote that I saw. It's your vibe attracts your tribe. Who believes in that? Your vibe attracts your tribe. And so when I saw this, I thought this would be such a great topic. So I want to talk a little bit about that and ways to become aware of our vibe. Okay? Because again, when we're more aware of the vibe that we're giving off, then we can be more conscientious of the tribe and the kind of tribe we want to attract. Okay? The people we want to attract around us. All right. So I'm going to talk about eight ways of things we can do to be aware of our vibe. All right. So number one, healing your heart. I had a client who told me that, you know what, I could be aware of a lot of things, but if my heart is still broken, it's hard to move forward. And she's absolutely right. And in her case, her heart was broken by things that was going on in her family. And oftentimes with individuals, our hearts typically get broken by family members, our moms, our dads, and caretakers and people around us. And so our first hurts usually comes with people that take care of us, people we love and people that loves us back. And so how do we heal those hurts? And how do we heal our heart? Because as a result of those hurts from the initial people that's there to take care of us and to protect us and keep us safe, they're the ones that's breaking our heart. And then how do we heal from that? So the first thing in terms of ways to be aware of our vibe is to first recognize the need to heal your heart. Okay? And with that, if it means going to therapy, if it means getting some type of counseling, guidance, whatever it is that needs to be done to begin that step, I would say to do that. All right. So the second thing is notice your thoughts. Okay? The things that we think about, which consist of our perceptions or values or beliefs, these are the things that goes through our mind and that we think about. And sometimes, again, because it's something we've been doing for such a long time, it becomes so unconscious. We do it so unconsciously. And we're not conscious of the things that goes through our mind, our thoughts. And so I'm urging individuals and challenging individuals to really start to notice your thoughts, notice your thinking patterns, because our thinking patterns creates other type of patterns, emotional patterns and behavioral patterns and so on. Okay, so let's notice our thoughts. The third thing is to notice your feelings. Feelings in terms of our emotions, noticing what our emotions are telling us, whether we're happy, sad, mad, whatever it is that we're noticing that we feel, putting words to it, putting a word to it. Sometimes it's confusion, sometimes it's overwhelming, sometimes it's multiple words, multiple emotions. So putting a word to those feelings, okay, noticing those feelings. Because again, when we notice our thoughts often lead to feelings as well, okay, and notice what's going on. The other thing, too, is sometimes you have people who don't feel anything. And again, sometimes we've numbed ourselves from feelings. When we've had multiple layers of hurt, okay, when we have multiple layers of hurt, of things we've kind of just shoved in here for so long and never really addressed, sometimes we're just numbed because it's just too much to carry, too much to hold on to, and we're numb with our emotions and feelings. All right? So the first three things I'd say in terms of ways to be aware of our vibe is to heal your heart, notice your thoughts, and notice your feelings. The next thing is paying attention and noticing your actions, your behavior, okay? Because we behave in ways, and sometimes we're not always aware of the way that we're behaving and the thing that we're doing and what it's doing to the environment and how it's attracting different people to us by our actions. And so noticing what our actions are, and what we need to do differently or shift in our actions to get a different type of tribe, okay? And so again, because our thoughts leads to feelings, leads to actions, so can all those things work together, right? And so the more we could become aware and notice these things, then the more we could put words to it, and the more we could be aware and do a different type of response. Then the fifth thing would be to notice your body sensations, okay, and body response. Our body responds also, right? We feel something, we think something, we behave in certain ways, and sometimes our bodies are telling us things. Our body tells us things, whether it's our gut, right? Whether it's through our head. Sometimes our head starts to hurt. We start to feel pressure in our body. We start feeling, for me, when I'm under stress, when I'm going through something, I could feel the weight. I feel the weight on my shoulders, and my shoulders starts to get heavy and tense, and it's all there. And so paying attention to what your body's saying. Our heart starts to beat fast. Again, our stomach starts to make funny sounds and funny feeling in our stomach. And so noticing all these things. Again, there's a strong connection with mind and body. Okay? And with that too, a strong connection with mental health and physical health. Physical health, because again, when we ignore a lot of this, sometimes it can lead to physical issues and physical problems. All right? So that would be that. The next thing is to challenge the thoughts. Okay, so really paying attention to the thoughts that's going on, because the thoughts is impacting the feelings and the emotions, the actions, what the body's going on, and to challenge that with affirmations, right? And so if our thought is going into a negatively, going a negative way, okay, how do we challenge that negative thought with a positive thought, a positive affirmation? And so sometimes it's a good idea to make a list of positive affirmation and to say that consistently, okay, and to reinforce that consistently. So I would say to challenge your thinking, okay, challenge the thoughts that you have. Then the next thing I would say is establishing a pattern of self-care. Okay. Well, before I do this, self-care, and then we'll do an establishing a pattern of self-assessment. Okay. So I'll talk about the self-assessment.